I'm fired up this morning, man.
There he is. All right, so Bob Does Sports podcast. No FP, no ticket today. We're a little light load here today. But Custis go ahead and taps in, which is nice. I'll tell you what, great dinner last night, boys. Besides the waitress shutting me down on side orders, and she shamed me for asking for the bread too. I thought that was crazy.
That is
What did she say about the bread? I didn't hear that.
I asked her for the bread, and she shut me down on the apps. We were ordering the apps, and I wanted like one more appetizer, and she's like, "Whoa, that's a lot of appetizers. You should stop there." I was like, "All right, like fine." And then we have the appetizers. We mowed them down, and then
they were gone instantly, like instantly.
Yeah, cleared it. And then I was like, "Can we? Do you mind if we get some of your guys' bread? Because they have great bread." And she goes, "Well, I didn't think you guys would want the bread because of how many appetizers she got." I'm like, "Yo, come on, man!" Like,
there's a lot of fat shaming going on, man.
I know,
a lot of fat shaming.
I'll cut her some slack. I think she was trying to be funny. Like, I think she was joking. And sometimes you'll be at restaurants where you order and the order starts getting up, and then the server will cut you off and be like, "Oh, I think that's like that's plenty for you guys." Like, whatever. I think she did that in a little more blunt fashion. But so it came off a little weird, but she wasn't trying to be rude by any means.
I agree with you in the sense a lot of times servers do that, and I actually appreciate when they do, because a lot of times, especially if it's a place you haven't been to, you don't know the size of the sides. So sometimes they'll be like, I think that's enough for everybody. So I do appreciate
plenty
that.
of times, so we knew what we were doing. And by the way, I thought the load was a little lighter than normal, all things considered, especially considering two of those sides were for EA.
Well, they were his mates.
They were his mates, which is in and of itself one of the crazier things that I've ever seen.
Eric Anderson, great guy, producer of the Brilliantly Dumb show. He came down to, we met him one time briefly, so he wanted to come down and play some golf. We're like, yeah, he flew in. We thought FP used to be bad, and FP stepped it up. There's a lot of stuff that FP has now. This guy's never had a piece of fish in his life. He told me he had never had a chicken wing in his life, a chicken tender.
No, he told me he had tenders when he was younger.
Okay, then a chicken wing he said he's never had. He ordered a side of asparagus and mashed potatoes for his entree, which is wild. All while Custis was mowing down his ribeye.
Yeah, Custis.
The New York strip is very good.
Custy has come over to the dark side, man.
He's become fat. Like when he comes for these dinners now, like he used to do like a little mac and cheese or something. Now he realizes that the mac and cheese goes in the middle of the table and the steak goes in front of you. And this guy was mowing. This guy was having bone marrow. Listen, I'm actually proud of J-Bone. He's come a long way. I remember the first meal we had with him. It was at Grand Geneva. The guy had ribs and he was trying to cut through the ribs like a fucking bone saw. And now, you know what? His palate is diversified. He's really coming to his own.
Where was I when that's my biggest regret. Like, where was I when the ribs thing happened?
This was shortly after Pop got the fucking Bloody Mary spilt all over him, which was also hysterical.
Or you were at the buffet. It was a great buffet.
I think I was at the buffet. Yeah.
Listen, Custis is getting used to that jupe life. He had a blast at Die, and he's walking off, and I can tell he's just like, I can get used to this. Like,
yeah, it was fun. I was hitting the ball
too. Hit the ball
really good.
Yeah,
he told me that he's like, my last 3 rounds, I've shot like a 118, a 110, and a 98. The guy's bombing drivers. I think the key is you just don't put the camera on Custis, because as soon as the camera comes on, it's like he wants to prove to the world so badly, like that he can do it, that it almost backfires on him, I feel.
There was still, look, I didn't put up a great score on the 9. I put up a 51, but like that was the best I had hit it in a long time. So I was just happy with the result.
One of the funniest things when he said to Chad, those rounds, Jet just moves at the speed of light, and he just doesn't care. And literally the last hole before we're about to leave to dinner, they both have a yellow golf ball, a yellow vice ball, and he turns to Jet and he's like, "Hey, what number vice do you have?" And Jet looks, he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, just because we don't know whose it's gonna be." And Jet looks over, he goes, We'll know, Jensen. We'll know. And
Just like mine's going to be the one that goes in the hole. And then for the first time in my life, I defended Jensen, and Jet came at me with like 1,000 fucking knives. Like he's like, "What are you, his father?" I'm like, "Yo, like, dude, like." I feel like lately J Bone's been taking a lot of licks, and the guy he's been wearing them really good. But like,
yes, but yeah, I mean, I think the highest stock in the game right now is Jensen Custis.
Well, let me clear something. The golf ball, you're right. We were like, by the time it was getting dark and we had to go to dinner, so we were leaving early. So we get to a par 3. It's the last hole. I've had enough because I can't hit the ball.
you lost like 2 dozen.
I lost a ton of golf balls. I pull out this vice ball and I put it down, and J Bone goes, "Oh, which ball are you using? Because I have the same color ball, so I want to know which number it is." Bear in mind, we're sitting on a par 3. Like, I was like, we'll know whose is whose. Like, based on, like it. And then I said the other thing after. I was like, as a joke, I was like, mine will be the one in the hole. And then Cutsy just jumped to J Bone's defense, and then I couldn't hold myself back from coming at Cutsy.
Well, I just thought it was absurd that you were
No,
like
because
saying
you
like
said-
you were going to make a better shot when you couldn't keep a ball in play, and Jensen was actually playing pretty good.
Right,
And then he
you
goes,
said-
"Who are you? He's playing better than you." It's always like a
Yes,
deflection. Like you can't.
because you took a subtle shot at me because you were like, "Oh, J Bone, he shouldn't say that to you. You're playing way better than him today."
Was I wrong?
All right, well, you want to fucking go? Let's fucking dance.
The star of the Internet Invitational, which, by the way, that persona that you tapped into there, I don't know, like if you were doing meditation before the fucking rounds or what was going on. That was a different guy. That was a different guy than the guy that played yesterday. I can tell you that. You were dialed the fuck in over
Bro,
there.
it's all he'll ever need. It's like
It gets him out of anything now. It's like his performance was
Yeah.
all time.
It's like, honestly, Joe, for us, I mean, you may not feel it. I know for me, certainly, I feel having my hole-in-one moment, I'm able to live with a lot more stuff and a lot more of the bad moments. And Jets, maybe even more, Jets Internet Invitational appearance kind of gave him immunity from a lot. Like, there's a lot where it's just like, what are you gonna say? Balled the fuck out in the biggest time, in the biggest moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was taking that pretty seriously. I was really trying to focus. I got half of it, not luck, but like I had really good pairings, which like freed me up a lot to play well. But I did play well. It is unfortunate. Sometimes I do think about what could have been if we didn't choke away that last thing. If I was in the par 3 situation on one of those teams,
That would have been cool.
crazy. But yeah, it was the Invitational. It was. I mean, for the guys who played in it, I guess for you two, it was pretty intense. Like,
Very intense.
I'm saying
Do you think that you perform better in like those kind of like last night? Like, given we're like playing a twilight tea time, we're just kind of fucking around and just hitting the ball around the course. But do you think that like when it's serious like that you like tap in to like a more zen like zone than normal? Or
well, so I mean, like, yes, for that, like typical competition. There's a lot of guys who are like, they even talk about pros and like athletes, and they're the most competitive person in the world. You can't do, anything. You can't like flip a coin without them making it competitive. I'm not like that at all. I'm competitive about like 3 things, and it's like, it's really just one. It's like our job is like the things that I'm really intense about, I exceed, or I do well in. So I was taking that very seriously. But when we go out and play, like, I don't give a fuck who wins who wins like an afternoon match. If we're playing for money, it's a different story. But like, I don't know. That's kind of what it came down to.
That's why I've known when you go out and play with golf, we've been doing it a lot, Joe. Like, you have to put I love having some sort of game on it. It just makes it so much fun.
you can give me $25-$50. It doesn't need to be much. It's just it kind of gets people to care a little bit more rather than just like, oh, I'm out of this hole. Like you really care. Now I will say this: no one cares more about their score than Jensen. Like the guy's actually like he'll be out of a hole and he'll be dropping and like counting the strokes because he wants to see what he's shooting. And I actually low key kind of respect it because like when we're playing like we did yesterday, it's match play and it's like we're not playing 18 holes, so I'm not going to like log the score on my gin. Like if I have a bad hole, I'm like I'm out of it. But like Jensen actually like really he really wants to like tally everything. I kind of respect it, and I was going to say the one thing that I'm super excited about for this Internet Invitational is having Pop now going to be into it. Like, because I think that is going to be must watch TV. Like, it's going to be, I like, he's like, the thing with Pop too is like, he had a stretch when we were in Vegas where he was playing unbelievable. And I think if we could get that version of Pop on the Internet Invitational and then have Jet run it back, it'll be unreal. So maybe where it sets a table in a year or two from now, where maybe Custis, once he's like not trying to hit an 8-iron 200 yards, maybe he makes the jump in too. You never know.
Could be. I would say, like, when the Internet Invitational list first came out, which is why it was just pure bliss when Jet was carrying us when he was mowing through. There were some people who were like, Bob just has his producer playing. I'd argue Jet's name is bigger than a lot of the names on the list and brings in a lot more eyeballs than a lot of people on the list. I will say, I think the gauntlets with Joe are the best gauntlets. Like, that's the most fun one because you get those battles. Like, you don't get a lot of, like, people aren't going at FP because I think we know that he's just better, but also too, there's not like the rivalry, like the Jensen Joe rivalry is the best, like, to watch, or Jet versus Joe. It work. The gauntlet works best with Joe. Like, I'll definitely step in and do a gauntlet, but it'll just hit better with Joe in it.
Some people said Jensen should do a gauntlet too.
I think that'd be pretty funny.
I would crumble. That would be a YouTube short. That one.
Dude, a lot of people are asking for which I think we're going to film for the 1v1 Bob and Cutsy, because Cutsy's been taking a lot of shit lately, and some people are saying that Bob surpassed him.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I could see that getting a little intense out there.
Yeah, I mean, the ones we used to do before, it would get like
intense.
Joe would be, and then we'd be in the cart, and if he's doing bad, it's just like I can't say much in the cart, like, because he's just so pissed. But it does lead to good clips. So yeah, we're gonna film that 18 holes, which is great too.
We'll do it. Gonna play straight up, yeah,
straight up.
18 holes match play. Yeah, I mean, we could do stroke and get fucking messy, but I think match is
not the way I'm playing. Although I will say the last couple times I've played, I'm starting to feel a little more confident because I lost. Like, first of all, I don't have a game. People like, oh, Cutsy thinks he's so good. I don't ever say that I'm great, but I do think there's moments where I can step up and actually make shots. It just has not happened for 3 months. Like, I've just been in a hibernation.
Joe had a stretch where it was getting concerning for the channel, where he was getting too good. Like, his wedges were so good. It was scary, bro, because it was just like, oh, fuck, I'm lone wolf out here. And
boy, did I come back to your fucking side, man.
Came back.
Came back to the fold, Bob.
The channel.
He always comes home, man.
If you're playing Bob 1v1 and Bob says winning by a few, like maybe like on 8, 9, 10, 11, that could get you're going to start pressing a little bit, and then that could lead to some fireworks.
What's going on, folks? It's your guy FP. NBA, college basketball, NHL in full swing. That is why I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is back for its 4th year with us, and with 35 million downloads, they are the #1 rated ticketing app. SeatGeek has more than 70,000 events listed. We're talking about sporting events, concert, festivals, you name it, they got it. I absolutely love using the SeatGeek app. Could not be easier. They give you the full layout, tickets, everything available. 1 through 10 system, 10 green dot being a great deal. Anything under that, red dot perhaps maybe looks for something else. That makes it easy for me when I know I'm getting a good seat for the best possible price. And you guys know we have a promo for you. BDS Podcast 10 is going to give you 10% off your next order of tickets. That's BDS Podcast 10 for 10% off your next set of tickets. Massive shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's podcast.
Jet is always looking for between Jet and Bob. They're just always looking for a blow up. And
well, you provide them. I like you just it's
they're iconic.
Yeah.
I will say this to my credit, like, I try as hard as possible to keep it locked in because, I mean, there's already like the YouTube highlights guy has like 6 videos of 40-minute compilations of my blow-ups. they're out there in the world.
But
So like
he's good for business. I do just want to say
I'm
I'm big
not,
on him.
I'm not saying that he isn't, but I'm saying it's like there's a ton of shit of me losing my mind. And so like I try to keep it locked in. I really do. And it's like when I do lose it, it's like I'm just at my wit's end and it comes out and I can't control it. But I am trying as hard as possible to not blow up or melt down. And this guy up there just wants me every single time just to lose my fucking mind. And I get it. It's good for business. I get it.
Who are you pointing at? Me?
Yeah. Freddie Adu over there.
Yeah. Listen, I don't, but I wasn't even saying that for the blow. It's funny to see you like the ups and downs of you in a round because you'll be up 2 and you'll be like, I'm waxing this guy. And then they'll come back and you're like, oh, fuck. Like
that's the thing with the one-on-one too is he's such a bad winner. Like when he's winning, you are like when you go up
conversation. I can't be dragged into this again after the Brilliantly Dumb Show debacle of a week.
Me too. Joe's admitting he's a really poor winner.
I don't win often, Bob. I don't know what it's like to win. I don't carry W's around like this guy over here, man. The guy's whole life is a W. I don't win that much, man.
But golf course, I take a ton of L's.
Well, but a lot of the times when we do these matches, you'll be like with Wesley or you'll be with someone and you're still carrying W's. So it's not like you're losing a lot. Like when we do like maybe like the individual things, but like I don't think you realize how many dubs you have compiled. I don't win that often.
I think like when you like I could see where I could be annoying is like in Black Desert when we did that big skins match and I'm doing nothing and Wesley's just carrying it and we're talking about where we're gonna go on vacation and I'm getting all excited like and then you and George got to be pressing because it's like you haven't won any skins yet. Like that, I could see like, all right, that being annoying. You know what I mean? Like where I get really, really excited, especially when I'm doing nothing. Bro, if you watch, the match we won, but if you watch watch me and Wesley on the first day of the Internet Invitational. I start out like the first 3 or 4 holes. I'm actually doing really good.
I just watched this full video because I was looking.
Did you?
Because they're putting out the individual matches, so dude. I just watched the whole thing. You're exactly right. I noticed it too. I was like, "Oh, Bob's playing really well," and then the shots that Wesley pulls off to keep us in this thing.
You won, no?
Yeah, we won. It goes to show how good Wesley was. Like Wesley on his own.
He's also like he was trash. He was being funny, but he was talking a lot of shit to you in a joking manner that like could have taken some of your confidence. Like he was trying to be funny at the expense of like your confidence. It was
correct.
It was
correct. And I was an emotional wreck.
Well, I think he did it because he knew he was like going 1-on-2 regardless in a way. So he's like, all right, may as well have fun with this.
Yeah.
When he has it though, that guy is when he was at Black Desert, that like he couldn't miss a putt. He was just like it was like out and like it was automatic. It didn't matter how far he was or what. And then when he was getting those bounces off the lava and Bomb's like, boom, boom, boom. And it's like, yo, and it's like, I can't fault Bob. He's just excited because the guy's winning tens of thousands of dollars per hole on fucking skins. So yeah, like he's excited. But like if I have to hear another boom, that's my, and it's like I'm sitting there and Bob literally was just walked into another 10 grand or 20 grand from a carryover. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be a good match. Jack, who do you think right now? I mean, you watch this more than anyone. Like, who do you think has the edge? Because I do think Bob has collectively played better lately than I have.
Who is Brendan Shanahan? Am I crazy? Is he?
Oh, he's a hockey player. Yeah.
I thought that you confused.
Is that the guy that just won the gold for USA or no?
Oh, tough scene for DeMar.
I'm wearing the L's. I'm wearing another L as per usual.
What?
Well, because he's Canadian.
Wait, but Joe, don't you root for USA?
In this one, I was rooting for Canada, like for men's hockey.
Oh,
like,
really?
Because like I grew up and like I remember the 2010 Olympics. Like I was there. Like Canada won. Like hockey.
You were at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in Vancouver, Bob.
Ryan Whitney, silver medalist in the United States.
I didn't read. So I was in the cart with Whitney and I was talking. I was like, how great that. I still remember to this day, like, Crosby coming from this side angle, throwing it in. He's like, I was on that team on the bench, you scumbag. And I was like, oh my, I didn't know Whitney was on Team USA, dude. Like he was
Silver
probably an
medalist.
enforcer. He was probably like a
Silver
fourth
medalist
line.
in Vancouver.
Yo, you know what I wanted to tell you guys, and I kept it under the wraps because I was tweaking out so fucking bad.
What?
When we played the Mets, we won't give up. What happened with Spitting Chicklets? I'm in the car with Biz. We're having a blast, and he's taking these mushroom pills. And he's like, "You want to try one?" He's like, "It just puts you in a good mood." And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll try one." Tried one. Didn't feel anything. Like, I was totally fine. And then I'm seeing Biz, mind you, he's just knocking him down. He's zoinked. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, he's like looking at trees. I'm like, oh man, did it hit him? I was like, he's like, you want another? I was like, yeah, I'll take another one. I take another. And he turns to me, he's like, yeah, with the second one, he's like, you might feel it. It's a pretty good amount. I'm totally fine. I don't feel anything. I'm like, I'm totally fine. Thought I was playing pretty good. Like, I feel great. It's near the end of the match, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And it wasn't really an enjoyable thing because like we were on camera in an intense match, and like Biz didn't care. And then I get in the cart and Biz looking at the tree and he goes, "It's fucking beautiful, isn't it?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "The tree." And I look at this tree and it's the most beautiful fucking tree I've ever
I remember
seen.
him saying that.
Dude, it fucking hit. That's why I had Lambers drive me home. I tried to play
Oh,
it cool,
that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
I
why
noticed,
is
yeah.
Bob riding with Ben?
dude, because I didn't want to. It hit me so late, and I was like, I can't.
Was it a
like,
euphoric? Was it a good feeling?
I could see why it would be enjoyable if it wasn't under the circumstances that we were at. Like we were under the circumstance where it's a tense match, you're on camera. Like I don't it wasn't that thing. If it was off and just going out and playing, I could see it being enjoyable. It was not. It was not
But
at all.
now, if you took that yesterday when we were just playing a Twilight Tea Time with the boys for nothing, that would have been fun.
Yeah, I think it would have been really cool, but that's why I had to have Lamberts drive me home. And I didn't feel anything. You guys even asked me, like, do you feel anything? I was like, no, nothing at all. And it didn't come till way late. And I didn't even want it to be known that that's where I was.
Yeah, you
'cause
didn't
I
say
want-
anything.
I just kept it bottled in. I was tweaking. The only times I was kind of enjoyable was in
terrifying.
between holes with Biz, like the car with Biz. And then once you stepped out, we really needed, and I was still fine. But it was like, whoa, I would not do it again.
Wasn't Biz on like fucking 6 of them?
I was like, Biz, how many of these did you take? He's like 6 or 7. He was fucking
At one point, he's like,
zoinked.
boys, I'm in the clouds. I am.
He was I don't know how he does that. It was like,
He calls them the Shroomies. I'm
yeah,
on
and
a
I've taken
Shroomie.
them before where it doesn't affect me at all. It's just kind of like an upper in your mood, but it never has gotten me to the point where like things start to see.
That
It
car
was
cam's going to
overwhelming.
be pretty wild. I
Wait
would
till you
imagine.
see it, Lay. I think you'll see it. And then I got home, and now Rhode's like, your pupils, like they were like dilated like this.
Did you tell
Like,
her?
oh yeah. And then I was in the shower, and she came into the bathroom, and she was like about to leave the bathroom. I'm like, you're not gonna talk to me? And she's like, what? So she just stood in the bathroom and just talked to me. I was tweaking out, dude.
How
It was
long did it
terrible.
last for, Bob? Was it like a long
Biz-
time?
Biz, I was like, yo, Biz, how long is this going to go on? He's like, about a half hour. It was not a half hour. It was like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It was overwhelming.
Biz is incredibly. He's a very intense human being, and he's very like charming, and he's very he's like larger than life. Like, and he goes up to everyone. He's like, "Hi, I'm Paul Bissonnette." Like, we host the Spittin' Chicklets podcast with me and my friends over here. Do you want to listen? It's one of the more. He's incredibly intense in like a nice way. And then when when like in the matches, he doesn't. I think he's been doing it for a little longer. So like he's very natural in that sense. He was reading greens like I could not believe, and he was putting.
It was crazy.
It was
Yeah,
very
I love when
impressive.
he'll like ask the guys, he'll be like, guys, like I'm you're like, what do you guys think about that? And someone be like, and we'll be like, yeah, buddy, that's great. Yeah, do that. Like right edge, buddy. That a boy. They like keep him in it, but he's one of the nicest. He's such a nice guy. Like that's what I've always loved about it. He does that. Like he'll go,
Yeah.
he says hello to everybody, he talks to everybody.
Yeah, he's a 101.
He doesn't have. I asked him like, if do you really have any bad days? He doesn't have. He's just overly. He's incredibly nice. He's a great guy.
Oh, he's a gem. And on top of that, he's very humble. He's like the
Very.
modern day Don Cherry. And like he is like legitimately like a star. When I realized it, Bob, was when I was in Vegas and I was filming that stuff for the Golden Knights, and I went to the game and he was on the panel. Like, you know how they set up with like
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky. So they get off and then they're like walking through the crowd and like people are asking Wayne for like autographs and they're asking for like, and like they're just kind of blowing by. Biz, I'm not joking, stayed for probably 15 to 20 minutes and took pictures and signed autographs for every single person. I was so impressed. I was like,
You know what was so funny was when we were inside the arena and we see him at the booth and he like waves to us. And then 2 seconds later, you just see him coming down into the stands to go sit. And I thought about it like, imagine Charles Barkley seeing his friend in the stands at an NBA game and just leaving the booth and just coming down, and he just watched the period with us. And like people were loving that he was there and he just watched with us and then he just headed back up.
Dude, you know he's and I think we talked about this, but he's like the OG. He was the first real like
Twitter
athlete to like start tweeting. I think there were a few, but he started tweeting as like a fourth line guy who like didn't play much, and he like got this following off of Twitter back in the day that like blew him up, and then he just kept elevating. But he was like the pioneer in that for athletes.
Yeah, I watched there's old clips of Yandel and him like on the Coyotes. I think they were on together and like them in the locker room together. Man, it is really, really funny. It's
you know what's go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say Keith Yandel, I think is the funniest guy on YouTube. Like he's so underrated.
Playing my ass. You know what's funny too is that day that we all went to watch, seeing how fun J-Bone was having being at that hockey game was I enjoyed that very much. Bob was like, I think it's time to go, boys. It was like middle of the first period. I was like, bro, what are we doing? And Jensen's like, no, I'm not going. Like, I want to watch the game. You had fun, no, J-Bone?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm like that with all the sports I go to. Like, I don't, I mean, no disrespect to Bob, but I don't understand the people who want to leave early.
Yo, Custis is like that with a vanilla ice cream, though. Like anything you put in front of this guy is the most impressive thing he's ever seen.
He's like experiencing the world for the first time.
Yeah,
but I will say,
I did too. Listen, I went through the ring when I
him in HQ
with when like prior. So that's why when I see with Jensen, like when you were giving him shit for the ribs, I kind of was like, cut him a break. Because when I moved to LA and you guys would go to dinner all the time, and I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. Like it's a little scary hanging out with these guys for the first time when they're fucking living it up, J-Bone.
I got a couple things.
Up,
J-Bone told me a story with Katsi that is unbelievable that I want to get into. It was awesome. And it's nothing bad, Jensen. So you can tell it. But before that, I will say with that hockey game on the way back, we all suck. We all were so. It was such a bad ride home because we were so down. Because it was the first time Cutsy was ever like disappointed in us when we said we were leaving. He was so disappointed in us. Like, you guys aren't gonna stay. Like, I got you the tickets, and we were ready to go. But in that car, we're like, yo, we fucked up. Like, he was so sad.
I mean, it wasn't you didn't even wait half the game. It was after
sucked.
the first period.
No, it was the third period.
No, it was not.
It was the end of the second. It was the second intermission. And
I think it was early.
I just remember 40 because 40 it was the golf break strip. He was behind us and he was just like, "What the fuck's going on?"
It was
40's first game ever, and he was having a blast. Him and Jensen were sitting next to each other, and I think Jensen could be a hockey guy. I don't know if you're going to pick a team.
Hockey.
Maybe are you going to like if you had to pick a team? Like maybe being a Florida guy, maybe you choose the Panthers. But I think that's right up your. Oh, Tampa. Okay.
Tampa guy,
yeah, it's a bad time to come in on the Panthers.
No, I would say it's actually no, the Panthers might not even make the playoffs this year. So I'd say it's actually a good time to come in on the Panthers because they might not make the playoffs. So it's not like you're just jumping the bandwagon.
They may not make the playoffs after going back to back and having.
They've had a lot of
same team.
injuries. They've had a lot
Wow.
of struggles this year. But
Wait, you got.
by the way, Brendan Shanahan, I have to say before I say anything, because I'm going to get roasted, he was a Canadian hockey player, so he's not American.
Okay. Yeah, the Jensen. I asked Jensen like the first time he met everybody, like what everybody was like, and like then obviously that we went to the Joe thing. Tell him the story that you told me, Jensen, because it's just classic Joe.
Yeah, so we are at I got out of the Uber and you guys are coming out of the hotel we were staying at for the Breezy Miami. And like everyone's kind of going to the car and I like walk over, I shake everyone's hands. I'm like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Jensen. I'm the new guy." And I go to shake Cutsy's hand. He goes, "Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you." Like quick. And the second our hands depart, he looks over at Bobby. He's like, "Bobby, look at this monster bed I got over here." It was just like, dude, it's like you haven't changed a bit since I met you, and it was just like the classic, like it's just
Why? Did you think that I was not like that? It was a bit that I didn't act the way I do.
No, it's just usually when you meet someone for the first time, there's a little bit of like a feel out period. Like you're not like exactly how you are all
Correct.
the time, but you are just like you don't change, which it's a great thing.
He
Well, this is
doesn't.
who I am. I'm not.
Yeah, but
no.
but he is right. Like when you meet somebody new, you at least there's a feel out. You're kind of more reserved. You're not going exactly how you were before they came into the room. You just there's a little bit of a feel out process. It's the same thing
Right.
with Jet with Colin Cowherd when he was screaming at the power rankings. There's nothing changes at all. There's no feel out. He just goes. So I thought
He's
that
just
was
like
really funny.
he's part of our crew. It's just like, okay,
Yeah.
welcome aboard. Nothing
what, the
business
second-
as usual.
The second J-Bone got in that first Uber, and I was like, I didn't talk to you guys about it because I was like, listen, he's joined. He was already been working us for a while, but we had never been there in person. And I was gonna be like, just like maybe like watch what you say around him. I don't know, whatever. And because I didn't fully trust this guy in person yet to know all the deep dark secrets. And we got in that car, and the first conversation that he was a part of,
I know.
I don't
I was
remember
like,
this.
listen, I looked at him. I was like, hey, you're in now. So,
He
I
was
don't
saying
remember
that
that.
yesterday. We won't say
there
what
was-
it was, but yeah,
I remember what
right
it was.
away.
Yeah.
We got to do a
Yeah,
better
like-
job of that. Like we meet somebody new, and we'll talk as if
They're not there.
nothing changes. Nothing changes.
Oh,
and
you're part of the family. You better be able to keep some secrets.
Well, you
Yeah,
got
but
some
you
people
gotta-
aren't part of the family.
correct. There's some people that aren't, but all right, just a couple more things. We were all in HQ yesterday, which was really, really cool. Most of the crew, no ticket, no FP, but they're going to be coming and seeing it too, which is awesome. But we were all available to come by and see it. Thoughts on HQ so far, fellas?
I'm so excited for that. I mean, not only like is it gonna be like an awesome spot to just like hang and like shoot hoops and play pickleball and do the golf simulator, but like just a spot for us all like on the production side to just like be in one spot and collaborate. And like if I need something, like if I want advice on something, I can literally just look over at Jet and be like, "Yo, what do you think about this?" Instead of like we transferring and all that stuff. But like I think as a whole, it's going to be huge and it's going to be very awesome to be a part of. I'm very excited.
We're gonna lose him to the simulator, dude.
Yeah.
I have a hot take. I have a feeling that Jensen is going to literally be there more than anyone else. Between him working and editing, between the simulator and him like testing out his 8-iron, how far, like, by the way, Jensen, when you do yardages, for stock yardages, you're supposed to hit more than one golf ball.
I did.
Yeah, remember
The one
that
I
thing that
sent
we
you
saw,
guys-
that graph
Yes,
that he
no,
sent us?
can I defend myself here? The one that I sent you guys was an average of 6 shots.
Sure.
It was.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a TrackMan.
Your
Matthew
5-iron
Black.
was going shorter than your 7-iron.
Yes, because I chunked. That was
Hey,
the
because
point of
those
me
aren't
sending
stock
it.
yardages,
There's like
those
this
stock
this
yardages.
this narrative that I was sending it to prove the 9-iron. The reason I sent it is because I was laughing at myself that I was chunking my everything.
I don't know about that, J-Bo.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I don't think that's why that was sent.
Well, otherwise I would have cut it off. I sent all of them.
I don't know.
I don't know. I will say about the HQ that I'm starting to get annoyed because I will post a video of HQ, and I know you were dealing with this, Bob, and I'll get DMs mocking me for like showing off like the structures being built, because I said like we'll be streaming in here real soon, which we will, and they're like, oh, real soon? What is that, 8 months? I'm like, yo, fuck you, because yeah, it takes a long time to get a contractor and to build a fucking basketball court, but that stream room is going to be done real soon, and we're going to be in there streaming, and all the haters who have been talking shit are going to see.
There's a lot of shit talkers. Welcome to my world.
Well, I think
come to life.
you guys could get a little taste of it yesterday, how many different people it is to deal with. You have the court guy coming in, the AV guys were inside, then Leo the contractor comes, and then I'm calling the Wasserman group about like that has been the most time, getting the brands in there, but dealing with different. So there's been like maybe 10 Zoom calls where you have to have everybody together to go everything, so everybody's in sync. So that in itself has been a thing. But I think after this, I got to kind of slow down, because the Bob Does Bagels thing, and now I've been pitching the Jupiter Diner, and you guys busted my balls. And you're right, it's like slow down. Like let's get HQ up and going. Let's do Bob Does Bagels, and then from there, then we'll go from there. Everybody's gonna have their own bagel, by the way.
That's crazy. I love that. But going back to what you said about the HQ, like even the amount of work, they had like 3 guys just trying to get all the wiring and the cords like into the ceiling. I was like, yo, this is a freaking huge job. And it's like you're literally creating a fun factory warehouse. Like it doesn't happen overnight. But to Jet's point, like our goal is to try to have like for March Madness, that stream room ready to go. And you know what? Even if we have to do some makeshift things, I think to like, compromise so that we're ready to be in there. I think that's our plan, and it's going to be fucking sick. I remember watching like Rob Dredik's, like, Rob and Big, like they had the thing with the skateboarding, the warehouse, like this is like our very own thing like this. Like people don't have that. Like it's very rare. And the amount of time and like work that Bob's put in with the contractors and shout out Leo and all the guys who are like making it happen. It is really impressive when you get in there and you see how big it is. And I remember the first time I went in there, it was just like nothing. It was a barren freaking warehouse. It was a hot box. It was like I was sweating my ass off, even just to get the central air conditioning in there. Now it's nice. And it's like, you don't realize how much work goes into that place. But man, once it's finished, it is going to be really, really cool. And the possibilities are so endless. Like, you imagine like a hole-in-one stream, like, or like some of the things we can do with the basketball court, or like me and J-Bone probably playing pickleball in there. Like, it's going to be fucking awesome.
The pickleball streams are going to be great. And then, yeah, like I want to do, Barstool did it. I don't know how the fuck they did it. They had to hit like 40, 45 free throws in a row before they could leave. And they had that stud, I think Titus, who's like a really good shooter. But for us, like if we did 20 in a row, 25 in a row before we have to leave and everybody has to take a shot.
Imagine the tempers.
Oh, it will be fucking, I mean, the content out of that.
If you have me shooting free throws, Bob, you'll be there all day. You're not.
Oh, jeez, J-Bone.
Oh, I think everyone had to make like 5 max in a row, and I think like Big Cat and Dave had to make the last 3. So I think it was like they did it like all night till like 8 a.m. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean it like stuff like that will be interesting. But the goal is the what Jet was saying with the streaming soon, they're gonna have the streaming room up and going before anything, so that we'll be streaming in there when it's not even ready yet, before a lot of the other parts get in. But I know the Full Swing guys are coming soon. Shout out the Full Swing guys. But all of that stuff is going to be going
Now, the
on.
only issue, Bob, that we've discovered, me and Jensen have discovered, is there aren't too many food options near the office, Bob.
There's a gas station there.
There's a gas station with a nice, it's like a bodega style, like they have.
Yeah.
That'll be getting hit up.
I might check that place out. But, and again, I just know for you, Bob, and I guess so you could order and they'll drive, but it's a little out there in terms of the
You're right.
food. I was like looking, because I was like, there's no way Bob's getting a place without, all I see are office buildings, and there might be like a Wendy's headquarters, but they don't got Wendy's in.
But there's got to be all those buildings. Trust me, I've given that a lot of thought, and I haven't looked at the Postmates there. Even though the Postmates will have options, it's going to be a long estimated delivery just because of how out there it is. But I would imagine those offices, they got to get fed somehow that I can ask around.
They might be Tupperware people. They might be
Could be.
Well, I think the play for that is like when you're coming in, you have someone pick up, you place the order, you have someone pick up the food, they bring it into with them, and then everybody's just going to have to eat like at that given time. Or maybe you have a microwave in there, Bob. So like worst case scenario, you got to reheat something.
Yeah.
Then you can fire it up. Maybe put in that office, you put a microwave in there.
Throw an air fryer behind that bar.
Yeah. The thing about the
what the fuck?
I hope we can keep that. I wasn't even thinking about just the clean. Like we're gonna have to really. I don't know if you're gonna get a crew. Like a lot of offices have crews that come in. But like we're gonna have. It's our place.
A cleaning crew.
So Squirtle, I am gonna get a cleaning crew for sure. Like a once a week maybe type of thing.
Yeah.
But then Teddy's gonna be in charge of inventory, like stocking everything, the vending machines and everything. So that'll be
need a lot of garbage bins too. Like the big, the industrial garbage bins that can fit like a million things in it.
The thing though too, like think about just like the Sunday streams, but what I really think about, like think about the hour buildup, like getting there at 12, putting in all our bets, doing all of that in there. Like the build up to the games is going to be special. Then the food comes. It's really going to be lovely.
Yeah, it's
gonna be I'm telling you, bro. I could live in that place. I'm telling you, the only thing that place is missing is a field goal upright, and I could live in there.
I think there's going to be a bed in there in one of those rooms.
Jensen's going to be in. I'm telling you right now, Jensen will be there more than anyone else. I really believe. I think he's going to be editing there. I think he's going to be shooting hoops or playing pickleball or like just hanging out arcades. Like this is Jensen's fucking fun factory, man.
Yeah, that's another thing not to sleep on. A lot of times with the arcade games, those you can get used to them. When you step into that Halo booth, buckle the fuck up because you could run a 2-man game in there.
Or the Mario Kart, Bobby.
Awesome. Mario Kart's gonna be great, man. I got the last one they had in stock.
The Halo one's the one with like you're like holding a little gun, or is it like a joystick one?
No, it's two big guns. So like, where I got that from? That's when me and Naruto were in LBI. We did. There's a Jurassic Park one. We went. There's like a boardwalk, so we went in and we were playing it. It's so much fun. Like you really got to work together, and it's challenging. The Halo machine will be fun. The pop shop probably get a little tired of. Mario Kart. I mean, how can you get tired of Mario Kart? And then ping pong, so we could have the ping pong matches.
I was thinking about this the other day that if we were all Mario Kart characters, like who would we be? Like, I think it's pretty obvious who J-Bone is Mario. I think Jet or myself are like the perfect Wario. Like
you're Wario. No, yeah, you're Wario.
Well, Jet could bring the stash back, and he could go Luigi.
Oh yeah.
Bob, I think Bob is Yoshi, maybe. Yeah. FP is Bowser, maybe. FP's Bowser.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly who he would be.
FP would be because he's got the long hair like the Bowser, and then I'm trying to think like Pop would be like Princess Peach.
Or like Donkey Kong, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe it'd be Donkey Kong. I'm trying to think who else. Like,
by the way, we did the field goals. And I kind of want to wait till we have Pop so that he could.
Well, we're gonna do, we're gonna, and also we don't want to ruin it because we're gonna do one of our big streams is gonna to start is probably gonna be a field goal stream.
Right.
You could say this was a warm up. Didn't go so good.
Did not.
Got to start training.
Did not go well.
Didn't go. Start taking him to the park I go to.
And Custis, you're involved in this also.
I wonder if you asked Pop though, if he would now admit that it's probably not going to happen.
But the thing is for me,
so confidently about how it was going to happen.
The thing is for me with this field goal thing is my thing was the punting. I was fairly confident in the punting, and somehow this field goal thing got shifted on to me.
It's because you said random text messages of you kicking field goals, and because you heard
Jensen.
That wasn't random at all.
Yeah, that wasn't
Instagram story of you kicking field goals.
Well, the
Yeah.
story behind that I texted Pop as a like I was kicking field goals. Like I generally just enjoy doing it. Like I do it for fun. So I texted Pop as a joke. I was like, "Yo, look, I'm kicking field goals," because I thought he would find it funny, and I wasn't
Shit.
gonna post anything.
But
And
even
then
before
I'm
that-
driving home from the field, and I looked and I see he's posted my private text messages. And so I took a video of a kick just because I was like sending it to my boys. I was like, "Yo, I just bombed one," and then and then I saw he posted that, and I even texted Pop before I saw the story. I was like, "Yo, if I post this on my story, is that like cringe? Should I not post this?" And then he didn't answer me. And then I opened Instagram and I see my private text messages with Pop on the story, so I posted it.
But even prior, like months ago, you like immediately after hearing about this field goal challenge, you were posting stories of you ripping 40-yarders.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it fun, and it was like topical at the time, so I thought it would play well.
Time will
You're
tell.
you're the only guy I've ever met that keeps a field goal holder in his back trunk.
Bro,
Well, can I
David
say-
Akers doesn't have
Can I
that.
defend myself on that too? It's like I live in an
Goskowski
apartment.
doesn't even have that, Bobby.
bro.
I want to defend my. I mean, you guys can run with the bit if you want, but I want to defend myself on that too. I live in an apartment and I don't have a garage, so I keep the field goal stand in my soccer bag, which has like 2 pair of cleats in it, like turf cleats and regular cleats, and they stink. And you know, like if you play sports, your cleats just stink. So I keep them in the truck, in the bed of my truck. And
I
that's why
can't even name 2 people that I know that own a field goal placement holder. Like
Chad
that's
had
just,
a funny, like he said, when Jensen sent the picture, he's like, "Yo, is this guy kicking the ball, running, picking it up, and then bringing it back and kicking it again?"
You only had one
Yeah,
ball.
I had two balls at the time. I've got
That
a
means
little more
every
now. So I have
every
to
2
run.
minutes you got to run 40 yards to get them.
good
cardio.
workout.
That's part of the grind. You're not going to have 100 balls, but goodness, just find a new hobby, you know?
Look, to me, it's like it's like striping an iron when you kick a good field goal. It's like
Yeah,
you go
fair
on the
enough.
range, and it's like it's hard. It's very hard. This is why the narrative for me, I don't know why it shifted onto me, is because I never said I was good at it. I just like enjoy doing it. I can give you a good one from 30 or 40, like maybe like one every 5 kicks.
Different tune than what we were getting prior, by the way. Much different.
No.
tune.
Hey, Bob, he sent a
video.
video to his boys of him striping one.
Yeah, dude. Like,
But like that was
much
a
different
private
tune.
moment with my boys. Like that wasn't meant to go online.
It's a private moment with the boys,
Oh,
man.
with
Well,
the
yeah.
I forced my hand.
I just think he's just, how old are you?
23.
Yeah, I forget that he's so young. He's like, that is fun to rope a 40-yard field goal at 23 and impress the boys. You know what I mean? If I
I'll
said
tell you
to
one
these
thing: a
guys,
40-year-old is not going around kicking 40-yard field goals. This guy is not
Man,
doing
he's
that.
not a lot of youth. That's why
So
he's gonna
we're
be in the
gonna
office all day.
do Bob HQ's opening party, where we'll invite like the brand people from the brands that are part of HQ, all the builders, like Rizzo will come to that. I talked to Yandel, like. The Bob HQ opening party is going to be amazing, but it's going to be a joint with Cutsy's 40th bash. So it'll be the grand opening as well as Cutsy's 40th.
Oh,
And-
Isn't that a
Bro.
tie-in with Bear Down's 40th as well?
Yeah, it's gonna be catered. We're gonna do
that's
DJ, like really do it right for the birthday bash.
that's pretty awesome.
That'll go and we'll go off. I mean, we'll get hammered. Like that'll be a way to really ring it in. So
That sounds fun, man. I'm not going to oblige to that at all.
I want to do like a red carpet that leads into Bob
Oh,
HQ.
give me
Hold
a
on,
like,
hold on,
make sure-
hold on.
red carpet.
Yeah.
Bob's going to have a step
Come
and repeat going into
Let's
HQ.
see.
That's right.
You are going
Instead
to
of-
oblige.
Yeah,
to that.
instead of not gonna
Instead of not
oblige.
going to oblige. You are going to oblige. To that.
No, I mean I'll allow it. I'm not
That
going to
means
like
you're going to oblige to.
oblige means you don't want it. Like I oblige.
No.
No, it means oblige means you'll partake.
Oblige means you'll partake.
Oh,
Because
so
not gonna oblige.
I'm
means-
used to saying I'm not going to oblige. Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. Carry on.
I will oblige.
So keep an eye on that. And then we have a new hater coming in. So we're filming that this week. Awesome episode, ladies and gentlemen. That does it for another episode of the Bob Does Sports podcast. Please subscribe, like, and comment for Jensen. We love you. We appreciate you. Bob Does Sports to the moon.